Kim from Kim Dixon Creative. I am here today with Kendra's Card Challenge 8 video hop and giveaway. Crafters participating in the hop today will be sharing a project that was created using one of the 17 sketches from the new quarterly card making challenge. I will be sharing card sketch number 15. Plus there will be a giveaway prize for the video hop. So make sure you comment and subscribe at each stop along the way. In your comment, be sure to include your country for prize awarding purposes. At the top of the description box, you will find the link to the next person in the lineup. I hope you take the time to watch all hop videos because we love your comments and thumbs up. If you aren't already a subscriber, I hope you consider subscribing and click on the little bell icon so that you won't miss any of my uploads. You can also use the hashtag to find the videos in the hop. Please check out the description box below for details on how to enter. I just want to go ahead and start out by saying how much I love Kendra's Card Challenge. They are fabulous. Every quarter she comes out with this absolutely gorgeous set of cards that you can make just with a few sheets of cardstock, usually 6x6, so it's a great way to bust those 6x6 paper pads. I'm using some I think this is last year's Christmas paper from Stampin' Up! That I got some 6x6 pieces of. And that's what I'm using. This quarter's only uses 6 pieces, so it's really great. So, you get so many cards out of it. So, and as you saw, I had mine in a little plastic baggie. And what I do and what she does as well is she cuts her cardstock according to the sketch, puts each piece for each card sketch into its own little baggie, and then when you get ready to assemble your cards, you just pull out card sketch number 1 and you pull out baggie number 1 and you make your card. And it's so easy. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to cut a mat that's going to end up being 4 by 5 1/4. I'm just sizing up to make sure that my cardstock, this is a scrap. That's the other great thing. This is a great scrap buster. I pulled this out of my little scrap bin, and for some reason I had a little brain error there that I forgot what size cardstock I was cutting. But anyway, I just went ahead and cut that. It's going to end up being the mat on my card. I really, really love the way this card turned out. So I've pulled my sketch out. You can't see it on my screen, but I have my sketch out, and this piece goes on the top of my little card mat there. And you'll get to see a little something special here in a minute, and I'll tell a little story about why my card turns out the way it does and why I use the stamp set that I use. But, and by the way, I will have any products that are still available linked in my description box below. So I'm just using my art glitter glue. I am an art glitter glue fan. When I'm making cards, I sometimes will use a tape runner, but I just find I do better with liquid glue. We're gonna glue this strip down. Since it's different, it's going to go in the center there. Okay, now I've cut a die cut circle to go out in the middle of my card. This is how this card sketch laid out, that you had a focal point in the middle with a relatively large circle. And I'm going to stamp that. I'm going to use my Misty just because I don't stamp so well. And I'm using this little Lawn Fawn stamp set, and it has dachshunds on it. And I don't know if you know, some of you do, but I'm a dachshund lover. I have one that we rescued a couple of years ago. And so I'm going to color this little dachshund up like my baby. Her name is Precious. Then I have a grand puppy that is almost 11 years old, and he is a dachshund. And I have yet another grand puppy that's 2 years old, and he is a dachshund. He's a long-haired black and tan. My oldest grand dog is a red, short hair, like my baby. But we have just always loved Doxies. Our first dog when my kids were little was a Doxie, and we have had several through the years. So I'm going to color up my little Doxie, and I sped this up quite a bit, but I'm going to color up my little Doxie with my reddish brown Copic markers. And I use Copic markers mostly through my coloring here. I think I have to pull out 1 or 2 Nuvo markers. I'm slowly building up my stash of Copic markers, but I still have to reach for my Nuvos from time to time. The Nuvos are great. I just like the brush tip on the Copics. And so I left my coloring in just so you could see, kind of how my thought process was. That little gray marker, that's one of the Nuvos that I use. And you see that it looks pretty dark when you first put it down, but it dries back some, and it makes for a great shadow. Then I pulled out my white pen to give some life to my little dachshund. And I'm just going to glue that straight down to the center of my card. And the sentiment on the bottom of that says, may your days be furry and bright. And I'm just going to put that right there in the center of my card. Now, I don't have any dimension on this card, but I'm going to add a little something here in just a second. As most of you know, it's unusual for me to make a card that doesn't have some Scotch foam tape somewhere on it. So I have to add a little something else. So I'm adding that to my, it's an A2 side folding landscape card. And I'm just going to add that to my card base. And here's where I decide I need a little something. So I pull out some gems, and I'm going to put some sparkles on there. Because it wasn't blingy enough for me. Let's just go on and say it. I needed some more stuff going on there. So I gave my little Doxie some bling on the card. And I'll just put 2 sets of 3 gemstones there. And I'm not sure where those came from. I have all kind of gems and stuff in my stash that who knows where they came from. Well, that's my card, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'd like to invite you to join in on the challenge. It's open to card makers worldwide, and there are many prizes to be won throughout the quarter from some amazing companies. Links to where you can download the free PDF and other important information can be found in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope you will join the challenge. Until next time, bye!